For this presentation, I will be taking a look at the needs assessment and current practice analysis at Miami Trace Elementary School. I will also be taking a look at the TPAC analysis that I have completed for myself, the needs assessment within our district, and the current practices that are being used. The first section of the TPAC analysis was technology content. I would say that this definitely is a strength for me. I'm very technologically sound. I learn new technologies quickly, and I'm able to solve technology problems that arise. The second area was content knowledge. So basically in reading, social studies, science, and math, looking at the math portion, that is definitely a strength for me. I teach first grade, so math and ELA are the two content areas that I really focus in on. Social studies and science are more of an area of weakness for me, and something that I need to grow with as an educator. And then my last area of strength would, like I stated earlier, would be ELA. Again, I teach that daily, so that definitely is an area of strength for me. The next section was pedagogical content knowledge. This is a strength for me, and it basically is just assessment of students, how you differentiate within the classroom management, and the use of multiple teaching strategies to meet the diverse needs of your learners. This is something that I have focused in on a lot through college and my first few years of teaching. I think that this is something that you really need to have in order to get to know your students and to help meet the individual needs of them. The next section within the analysis is technological content knowledge. And this is just very basically the knowledge of how to use technology and what technology to use. So I would say this is an area of strength for me. I'm constantly looking for different technologies to incorporate within my classroom and ways that they could potentially meet the needs of my learners. The next section is technological pedagogical knowledge. So this is also an area of strength, and it's just basically choosing technology to enhance teaching approaches for students. So making sure that you're choosing the correct technology tools to use and incorporating them in a way that is beneficial to not only you as an educator, but also your students. And the last section is technological, pedagogical, and content knowledge. So this is TPAC as a whole. So I would say that this also overall is an area of strength for me. I'm obviously working overall in the content area, would be my biggest area of weakness, but it kind of wraps up all different areas. I'd say the use of technology would be my biggest strength overall, and then pedagogy coming in not far from it. So just incorporating technology into my lessons and showing that leadership within my team and within my school building. So like I had just stated, the technology knowledge is definitely my biggest area of strength. When looking at that section on the TPAC analysis, I had 0 neutral areas, and all the other areas were strongly agree. And my area of improvement would have been in the area of content knowledge. So I feel like I'm very strong in math and reading, and based on the analysis, where I'm kind of lacking is in the science and social studies area. I think that with math and reading being a big tested subject within my district, that sometimes science and social studies gets pushed to the side. So in looking at the importance of the TPAC analysis, I feel like it's kind of an ever-going circle. So you take your experience of what you have and you reflect on what the experience was. How can you change it? What are some things you can do? You can brainstorm, you develop some new ideas, and then you put those new ideas into practice. And then it's just an ever-evolving circle. And I would say that this analysis really gave me the opportunity to hone in on what my areas of strength were, what my areas of weakness were. And again, my areas of weakness being that content knowledge of science and social studies and incorporating that within my classroom. So when looking at Miami Trace, our current state of Miami Trace Local School District, if you're looking at our Ohio report card, this is for the 2018-2019 school year. We don't have any data for the previous school year, 2019-2020. So we're taking it back just a couple years. Our overall grade was a B, and our achievement was a C. Our progress was a B. Gap closing was an A, graduation rate was an A, improving at-risk K through 3 readers was a C, and prepared for success overall was an F. This is just a breakdown of our types of learners that we have at Miami Trace Elementary. So as you can see, we are very diverse in economically disadvantaged students, white non-Hispanic students, and then students with disabilities. So when looking at our tested grade levels, which in the elementary are 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade, this is just a breakdown of our passing percentages. So 3rd grade, 72.3% passed reading, 86.2% passed math, and science is not a tested area. 4th grade, 73.1% passed reading, 86.9% passed math, and then again, 4th grade is not tested in science. 5th grade, 84.1% reading, 81.9% math, and 88.4% in science. This is just a breakdown of each individual subgroup that we saw a few slides ago. So our Hispanic students, 83.3% of them passed math in 3rd grade, 75% of them passed reading in 3rd grade. 4th and 5th grade did not have enough of those students to collect data. For our multiracial students, 3rd grade did not have enough to collect data. 4th grade had 89.9% students pass in math, 55.6% students pass in reading, and 5th grade again did not have enough data for that subgroup. For our white Caucasian students, 85.9% in 3rd grade passed math and 71.6% passed reading. In 4th grade, 85.4% passed math, 75.8% passed reading. And then in 5th grade, 82.9% passed math, 84.1% passed reading, and 88.7% passed science. Our economically disadvantaged students, 76.1% passed math, 62.5% passed reading in 3rd grade. In 4th grade, 85.4% passed math, 62.4% passed reading. And then in 5th grade, 75.6% passed math, 75.9% passed reading, and 83.3% passed science. So the importance of this data is it really helped me to identify the areas of weakness within the different subgroups. It gave me a focus of instruction. So where do we need to focus? So looking back at that data, we can see that English language arts is definitely an area that needs to be focused on. So that helped to guide me in planning where my curricular unit is going to be planned, that we'll talk about a little later on. And it helped me to establish some weak areas that we have historically over a course of 3 to 5 years within our district. So my content area for my curricular plan is going to be 1st grade English language arts. So after talking with some of the teachers at Miami Trace Elementary, I talked with all the 1st grade teachers teaching math and teaching reading, and we've kind of talked about a couple different things. We talked about technology integration, and after speaking with them, they felt like some of our driving forces were we had lots of technology tools provided for staff and student use, and one of the barriers that they noticed was that oftentimes we had a lack of professional development on how to use these tools and how to incorporate these tools. When we talked about the concept of teaching styles and philosophies, we felt like we had lots of experienced educators within our school building. And then along with that comes the barrier that sometimes for those educators, changes with technology can be something that is difficult for them. Our current technology use, we have one-to-one devices. We have a really reliable network. We have up-to-date technology. And one of the barriers that we notice that we have is We have troubleshooting. Teachers have a hard time troubleshooting issues that arise, and then the teacher's willingness to incorporate technology effectively. And the last concept that we talked about was student learning. So some of our driving forces were that technology helps to provide multiple types of student data, and it helps to increase student engagement. And one of the barriers that we face is that the data needs to be used to meet the individual needs of the learners. And another barrier is just simply meeting the needs of individual learners. And the last thing is our wrapping up everything. I liked the quote that said, using technology can help students enhance and improve their independence in academic and employment tasks, their participation in classroom discussions, along with helping them to accomplish some difficult academic tasks. So technology is something that is ever changing and ever evolving, and some ways that we can help to make this be as good as it can be within a school is to make sure that we're providing professional development to staff, make sure that we are working together, we're collaborating, we're making sure all the puzzle pieces fit together. And lastly, that we are using technology in our classroom to drive our instruction. We're using it to collect data, to analyze data, and to provide differentiation to all of our students within our classroom and meet the individual needs of all of our learners.